you sense that Juve feel that tonight they have an opportunity to really rub Milanese faces in the dirt. Both clubs in their customary colours. Cáceres has actually started on the left of the three centre-halves. And Milan with an opportunity to bring the ball forward straight away with Montolivo. Good run off the ball by Nocerino. El Shaarawy are trying to play it in. And Juve able to clear their lines.
Well, that was the first opportunity. Could the ball have been played by Robinho in for the run of Nocerino? He made a really good run through the middle. It looks as though he's going to break through the back three of Juventus. Robinho turned away from it and passed it square.
Mario Yepes preferred to Francesco Acerbi at centre-half today. Nice turn by Robinho. This has been a really bright start from Milan. Well defended by Barzagli. He's played it off Robinho. Out of play for a Juventus throw.
Once again, I thought Robinho could have played it a bit quicker rather than taking a couple of touches. Just at the start, Robinho's playing through the middle. It looks like Boateng is playing a little bit further to the right-hand side.
Asamoah for Vucinic. Majdi Young, and then Nocerino able to deal with it. Milan beaten 4 times here already this season. Sampdoria, Atalanta, Inter and Fiorentina have all won away to AC Milan. It's an extraordinary set of results. The last time they lost 4 at home was only 6 years ago. The last time they lost 5 at home in the course of one season was more than 30 years ago. That would be the statistic that they will have against them after just 8 games. If Juve were to continue their impressive recent run today. Juve, of course, have dropped only 2 points away from home all season so far. Vucinic had taken up an excellent position inside the penalty area, but they were just unable to find him with Quagliarella dropping off.
Quagliarella made a good run in behind, and then once he got turned, Vucinic made the run from outside to in. He just couldn't quite find him, Quagliarella, but they have worked well together in the last couple of weeks. Outstanding against Chelsea.
Fall from De Sciglio. Boateng. Montolivo has the captain's armband in the enforced absence of Abbiati. Pulled out injured during the warm-up and was denied the opportunity to face his former club. Riccardo Montolivo skippers the Milan side tonight. Just wonder how close the last chance saloon Max Allegri is. The fact that Marco van Basten was going to be here tonight was well documented. It was in the papers this morning, so we wouldn't have had any word leaked down to him that one of his potential successors is here tonight. It does seem as though Milan are holding out for Guardiola, but then so is everybody else.
Yeah, it certainly looks as though Boateng's playing on the right-hand side of the front three at the moment. Robinho playing through the middle, and Shaarawy on the left-hand side. I think De Jong can run the game for Milan because Marchisio and Vidal are going up against Nocerino.
Here's El Shaarawy trying to trick his way through, and now the aforementioned Nocerino, another former Juventus player, taking on his old club today. Mattia De Sciglio showing good poise and composure. I don't know if Buffon intentionally dived inside that thinking he was going wide. It will be a goal kick, but a first-sided goal for the Rossoneri.
Yeah, not good defending from Asamoah, nor good defending by Pirlo. Doesn't work hard enough to stop De Sciglio coming forward. It's a good effort from the young fullback. Just going back to what I was saying, Marchisio and Vidal are up against Nocerino and Montolivo. Pirlo's sitting in front of the back players, so it does mean that De Jong, sitting in front of his 2 centre-halves, can get lots of the ball and start Milan playing.
Caceres. It's an interesting position he's taking up tonight. I speculated immediately prior to the game that he might in fact play on the right-hand side. I know you saw the game against Bologna where he did play that way round and Barzagli played on the left. Do you think the fact that they've gone backwards today is significant? Is that with Milan's formation in mind?
I think maybe Barzagli pulled rank and said, no, I don't want to keep changing to the left-hand side every time we change the back three. Because that's what happened on about 3 occasions when Caceres has played or even come on as a substitute.
And Caceres played as a right wing-back when these two sides met in the Coppa Italia last season, and he scored twice on his debut from that position. They're playing on the left of the 3 centre-halves today. Here's Kwadwo Asamoah, the left wing-back. No way past Sciglio. In from Marchisio. Vucinic guiding it on. Isla has taken up some very advanced positions so far. El Shaarawy had trapped back with him there and then left his foot high as Vidal tried to dive in. And the free kick is given Arturo Vidal's way.
Yeah, Vidal was the braver of the two. He went with his head. El Shaarawy goes with his foot. Free kick given. Now it's a dangerous situation. Plenty of space for Pirlo to bend this ball in behind the back line of Milan. Away from the goalie. Amelia.
Pirlo questioning the positioning of Robinho, whether he is actually 10 yards away. Clipping it in, comfortably dealt with by Yepes. Arturo Vidal's in excellent goal-scoring form, but even by his standards, that was optimistic.
It was actually good defending by Yepes. He dropped that a little bit deeper just as the ball was about to be played, so he could then come back and attack it. See Vidal on this occasion just trying to push into De Jong to stop him starting the play up. Now he's trying to push Isla on to Constant.
Kevin Constant, another player who's playing ostensibly out of position. His last 5 appearances have actually been at left back, but ordinarily a midfielder. He's on loan from Genoa. Preferred in that role to Hervé Manuelson amongst others. Caceres.
When you look at the two sides, I think Milan are okay in midfield. I like De Jong, Montolivo, Nocerino, all good players. Yes, they're a bit experienced in front of El Shaarawy. Boateng can be unpredictable. But when I look at the back players, that's where the real problem is for Milan. Yepes and Mexes.
There is the aforementioned Yepes. Now Boateng. Offside flag was up very early against Robinho.
Oh, does Caceres try and play him offside, or does he get caught here? He's in a 1v1 situation. He starts to look at the ball. I think he probably just about plays him offside, but no way could he see Robinho making the run in behind him there.
This is Robinho's first start for Milan, incidentally, since the opening day of the season. He's not been in great goal-scoring form, just 1 goal in his last 13 matches, and he's come off the bench in only about a third of their games so far. Pirlo, who knows every blade of grass here at the San Siro, of course.
Yeah, good defending. He's had a good start to the game, the youngster. Got his position right, got himself in a position as the ball was switched. He could go and attack Asamoah.
He's had a good start to his career. I mean, it's only his 18th senior game tonight.
Well read by Yepes. I mean, criticised him. He's had a good start to the game so far.
Milan start the night down in 13th, deficit a staggering 20 points behind Juventus if they lost tonight. But more pertinently, they're only 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Now that might be unthinkable, but the last time that they lost 5 home league games in the course of a season was that 1981-82 season. They went down that year. They'd been relegated a couple of seasons prior to that when they'd had a very hefty points deduction, which had effectively sent them down. But they went down on merit, if you like, 2 years later in the 81-82 season. Won only 7 games that campaign, and one of those 5 home defeats, perhaps inevitably, was a 1-0 reverse here against Juve. I think the linesman was too sure, but he's given the corner.
If in doubt, give it to the home side. That seems to be the assistant referee's take on things. Again, Caceres doesn't deal with that particularly well. Should have been stronger in that situation. Up against De Sciglio making the forward run. Well, look at the pushing and shoving between Yepes and Bonucci. I'm not sure Bonucci was doing too much wrong to start with, and Yepes was trying to make an issue of it. Don't think they're seeing eye to eye at the moment.
Yepes being waved over again by Nicola Rizzoli. He's not afraid to make big decisions. Rizzoli send off Zlatan Ibrahimovic here last season. The corner floated in and harmlessly headed wide by Boateng.
Boateng just getting in behind Bonucci and Yepes there. Very difficult. He was backtracking to try and get the header in.
Vidal. Handball by Boateng. Isla. Vidal. Well read by De Sciglio as Pirlo tried to get Asamoah forward. Bonucci. Isla just waiting, which allowed Constant the opportunity to come back and close him down and ultimately win the throw.
Well, that's a ball they like to play from the back, that big diagonal out to the right wing back. On this occasion it's Isla. So often see Lichtsteiner making those sort of runs.
He's in favour at the moment, Isla, playing on the right-hand side. In the league games, didn't play in the Champions League the other night with Lichtsteiner recalled for that match. Pirlo for Vucinic, an intelligent lay down for Quagliarella, but Mexes is there first. Still dining out on his extraordinary goal in Belgium the other night. Now ball from Nocerino. Caceres deals with Rubinho. Bonucci. Everything gravitating towards Asamoah at the moment. Nigel de Jong back to cover.
Well, that was a brilliant bit of play from Bonucci. Centre half, seeing the space in front of him, coming out with the ball. Not dribbling out with it, coming out into space, then hitting that crossfield pass out to Asamoah. But not a good cross from him. There's another diagonal.
Linesman indicating the ball didn't go out of play as Isla brought it under control. Vidal's shot hits de Jong and breaks kindly for Milan, and Boateng with an opportunity now to bring it forward. Here's Rubinho. And still Rubinho. It's Boateng! Saved by the feet of Gigi Buffon.
Great counter-attacking play from Milan. Boateng, Rubinho linking up with each other. He had to pull the trigger. There was no cutback really for Boateng. That's why he went for the shot with power. I think Milan have started the game well here.
Have the look of a side who are raising their match to play premium opposition. Pirlo put under pressure there by Nocerino. And the pressure tells as Buffon forced into an error. Caceres not reading the pass out. You wouldn't look at Milan's performance in the opening 15 minutes and say that they're 13th in the table. Only 2 wins in the last 8 league games. contributing towards that, although in fairness they've only lost 1 of 7.
Here is that chance again. Robinho does well, he times his pass and he just plays it into the path of Boateng. Buffon does well, he tries to hit it low and hard around his feet area.
Only conceded the once in his last 4 games, Gigi Buffon, which came in the 6-1 win against Pescara. If you're going to let a goal in, you might as well do it on a day when the forwards have scored 6 for you. Isla for Quagliarella. He scored his first ever senior hat-trick in that match. And the offside flag up against Asamoah.
Oh, it's been a lesson in right-back play so far from De Chilio. Again there, he saw the danger, saw the run. Although he's run offside, Asamoah, when the ball was played, he intercepted it. When it's been played wide, he's got out and got interceptions out there. Good right-back play so far.
Bonucci just caught underneath the flight of the ball as he went to meet it with Boateng. Now Marchisio with an opportunity to bring it forward for Juve. Asamoah perennially alongside him on the left. Vucinic. Montolivo can find El Shaarawy. Comfortably Milan's top scorer this season with 12. Caceres has not had a steady start. He was just caught there, and this might be the first yellow card of the game. It is.
Yeah, Caceres found himself on the right-hand side where he is more comfortable. It's not Chirino that went in on the challenge, having made the forward run. It's a bit late. Catches him with his knee, actually, and then his trailing leg just kicks his backside. He's going to be under pressure, not Chirino now. Tough tackling midfield player.
And scored in this fixture last season, Antonio Nocerino. Never netted in his time as a Juventus player. Isla. Well cut out by Constant.
Well, Isla may be the favourite at the moment in that right wing-back position. I still think Lichtsteiner on his day plays the position so well. He gets into attacking areas, he makes runs, he gets in at the far post. We saw that against Chelsea, and he had the chance early on in the game, saved by Petr Cech.
Marchisio. Now Vidal. Vidal again. Pirlo. Isla.
It's not good enough from the right wing back. He had plenty of time to get his cross and he didn't move the ball. It's easy to get the block in, then the pass backwards was intercepted by El Shaarawy. See Caceres, because he's mainly right-footed, he doesn't really want to come forward when he's playing on the right-hand side. He'll come forward with more pace.
His left foot's found Vucinic this time. Vucinic in turn unable to find the Chilean international Isla. Hearts against Celtic coming up Wednesday night. Clydesdale Bank Premier League action from Tynecastle. 6:45 the build-up starts, and then Reading Manchester United Saturday from 4:30, our next offering from the Barclays Premier League with Ray and the boys.
Mexes and Yepes have had a solid start to the game so far. Vucinic, Quagliarella haven't caused them too many problems. In particular, Yepes has made some good interceptions, stepped forward at times, won the ball.
Fall from Robinho. Gobbled up comfortably by Barzagli at the back. Pirlo. Isla. Cleverly done by Vucinic. Quagliarella. They got the shot in. I think Milan might have had a case that he was in an offside position when he was originally found by Vucinic.
Well, when you play with two up front, you do need a bit of combination play. Yes, he is offside when the first ball was played round the corner. Clever flick from Vucinic. I think he wanted the return. Quagliarella offside, or should have been given offside.
Pirlo played 400 games in his spell with Milan. Isla. And Montolivo with the opportunity to bring the ball away. Nocerino caught in possession by the retreating Isla. Fall from Barzagli. Now El Shaarawy. Very neatly done. It's a lovely touch by Montolivo, and then a clever switch of play by Kevin Prince Boateng, the former Portsmouth man, finding Robinho. Robinho surveying his next option. That allowed Marchisio the opportunity to temporarily dispossess him, but it will come back from Nigel de Jong. El Shaarawy's touch, gets the return ball as well. Stefan El Shaarawy. Caceres this time there to affect the block. Milan throw. Midway through a first half which has gone in phases so far. Milan starting brightly. Juve have had a decent 4 or 5 minute spell, but neither goalkeeper has really been overworked.
Not quite hitting the heights of their usual game here at Juventus. Vidal, who I think is a wonderful player, has made 1 or 2 poor passes. Pirlo, his defensive play at Juventus has been much better than it was at Milan. He's been bypassed a little bit too easily on a couple of occasions. We've seen a poor performance from Isla out in the right wing-back position.
Here is Andrea Pirlo. Vucinic. Montolivo. Boateng. Constant. Robinho. Good challenge by Andrea Pirlo. And Caceres with an opportunity to bring it away. Didn't fancy his chance of playing a defence-splitting ball, so went for Marchisio. Now Asamoah lets the ball run out of play so that treatment can be dished out of Robinho after the challenge from Pirlo.
Well, Pirlo, I just talked about his defensive qualities. I think Robinho tries to make the most of the situation. There's the dive after the tackle. On with the referee, play on. And I think Robinho has stayed down just to make sure that play was stopped. Yes, it's a little kick on your ankle. But the front three have combined in the early stage of this game for Milan. Last little bit of play, a little over, ball round the corner. El Shaarawy trying to link up and get the shot away. This is the foul by Pirlo, yes. he just does catch. It's almost a tap, isn't it, on Robinho. He also gets a little bit of the ball, and there's the delayed reaction. Over he goes. Funny enough, he's okay.
He hasn't had too many starts this season, as I mentioned. This is first since the opening day. Doesn't want to waste one.
Good defending again. You must know it's coming. And Bonucci starts to come out with the ball. They're going to try and hit that big diagonal, but he can't start out too wide because Marchisio will make runs of it inside him. So he has to get his position right, the fullback.
Asamoah. Vidal. Pirlo. Away from Robinho with ease. Now Isla.
Well, when will he learn that you can't just kick the ball into the fullback? You have to move him. Got to move the ball. It's now 3 crosses from Isla. As soon as he gets the ball, he opens up. He looks like he's going to get the crossing. Constant stands in the way. And he still continues with the cross and hits the fullback.
Isla. Quagliarella. Happy to draw Mexes out of position. Asamoah has got past him easily. Isla. And again he's hit constant. It's good defending by Nigel de Jong. It's seen that Mexes have gone walkabout and they just dropped in to the middle to deal with Vucinic and Quagliarella. The play goes on despite the facial injury to a Juve player here. El Shaarawy. Easy for Buffon. That's Bonucci that has picked up the knock.
Oh, it was a waste, wasn't it, from Milan in the end? They had the chance of a counter-attack. Here is the challenge. Well, he gets a slight hand in the face again, doesn't he? But nothing to keep him on the ground. Big centre-half. His team are being counter-attacked and he rolls on the floor.
Can't imagine Joe Jordan ever doing that. Here's Vidal. Juve will extend their unbeaten away streak in all competitions to 29 if they avoid defeat here. 25 league games since they last lost away from home. You've got to go back to a match at Parma, the back end of the season before last. Quagliarella on the turn, some way off target.
It was a good run from him. Pirlo found him. First touch was excellent. Just couldn't wrap his foot round it. Almost gets it on his toe rather than really getting it on his laces. It was a good effort from Quagliarella. The run was really good. His movement's been good. He's trying to make the forward runs. Vucinic is coming off short to try and link up the play. Good combination so far.
Well, he's been in wonderful form. He's already scored twice as many goals as he did last season, Fabio Quagliarella, including that hat-trick at Pescara. 5 in 4 coming into this one. It's Montolivo. Now to Chilio. Good run forward by Ricardo Montolivo. Attacking the space well. It's Robinho. Nocerino, I beg your pardon. Was there a handball in there? Yes! Penalty Milan.
Well, I thought Nocerino, when the cross came in, could have done a lot better with the header. Isla actually saw the danger. He's the right wing back, but he got infield. He realised his team were outnumbered. Great play again down the right-hand side. Montolivo getting away from Marchisio. I think he comes back into the danger area, and he does. Well, he sticks out his arm. I'm not sure in the end it hits him on the arm. It hits him on the body. Yes, he does stick out his arm, but it doesn't hit him there. It's actually good defensive play from Isla. Not a good header from Nocerino.
What a time this will be for Robinho to score his first goal of the season. Buffon nearly kept it out, but ultimately justice wasn't done, and half an hour into the game, Milan lead Juventus by a goal to nil. It's been an excellent performance from them so far. They now have a tangible reward as they aim to kickstart their season and protect their manager's job.
Well, it wasn't a great penalty. Buffon chose the right way. Looks as though he got both hands on it. Somehow it squirmed through. He just has to try and readjust his hands. He should save it. He can't believe it, can he? Having seen the replay, I don't see how it could have been a penalty either.
Had too many tests of resolve, Juventus, in recent times. They don't go 1-0 down that often. When you've only lost 2 of 63 games in all competitions, inevitably some decisions are going to go against you, but hard to see how that one has been judged to have hit Isla on the arm.
Yes, he's wrong to stick his arm up in the air, but it doesn't hit him on the arm, it hits him on the body. Nocerino had a great opportunity.
Well, Vidal possibly picked the wrong option there, allowed Mexes to clear. And here they come again with Nocerino. Wrong pass for El Shaarawy.
They're certainly playing with energy. They've got a bit of confidence in their play so far. The back players have defended quite well. But remember, we saw Juventus be a goal down in Genoa. Nearly go 2-0 down. Had to come from behind. They were outplayed for probably 70 minutes of that game. Still came back to win it quite comfortably in the end. They've got great resilience in their side. Chelsea, they were 2-0 down at Stamford Bridge, came back.
Montolivo's been the driving force in midfield so far.
He started to move off. He played a little 1-2 with De Sciglio, the right back, around Marchisio, that just opened up the opportunity to get the cross in.
And look how much space there is now for Kevin Prince Boateng. El Shaarawy to his left, 2 options to his right. In the end, his shot deflected off Bonucci. That was easily saved by Gigi Buffon.
Well, Pirlo was played around far too easily there. He sold himself in midfield, and suddenly there was no protection for the back 3. Boateng didn't make the most of the situation, but what a game we've got here.
Here is Pirlo. He just stoked it up in the press conference leading up to this game by saying that he joined Juventus because he felt that Allegri preferred Ambrosini and Van Bommel, the implication being that Allegri didn't know what he was doing. And some of the Milan supporters didn't like that. Thought that it was an unnecessary dig by Andrea Pirlo. Juve have a corner, it's their first of the game. Remember, Abbiati was injured in the warm-ups, and Marco Amelia started a match that he wouldn't have expected to start. I don't think he's had a meaningful touch of the ball yet. Certainly haven't worked him. Will they be able to from this corner now? Short for Isla. This is Vidal. Marchisio. Scored twice against Milan last season. Pirlo.
Space opened up for Quagliarella to make that run again, and for once Pirlo just overhits it. He's trying to weight it so that Quagliarella could run onto it and hit it first time with that right boot. Mexes read the danger well.
It's not his first appearance this season. Marco Amelia started 4 games last month in Abbiati's absence. Not a substitute goalkeeper that never sees any first team action. Plenty of those around. Here's De Sciglio. Montolivo. Mexes. Mexes scoring that sensational goal in the victory against Anderlecht, which means that they're definitely through to the last 16 of the Champions League. Vucinic couldn't quite trick his way through.
Yeah, the player that got back, I think, was Montolivo again. He's out on the right-hand side, raced back into a good central midfield position, just pinched the ball off Vucinic. Even when Milan were playing poorly, right at the start of the season, Montolivo was still outstanding in that midfield area.
Caceres. Vidal won the ball from De Jong. Pirlo. Don't see that too often.
Well, it's happened once or twice today. Hasn't been at his very best, has he, Pirlo? There was a challenge in midfield a couple of minutes ago that he was favourite to win. He actually backed out of it and let De Jong slide through him. Mind you, I think a lot of people would see that as an unfair challenge.
That's a telling statistic at the bottom of your screen, as is the one at the top. Yepes dealing with Isler's header. Twice. El Shaarawy's been more than happy to come back and add weight to the defence as well when he's had to, because of Isler attacking.
Well, they've had good rotation in that front three. Now it's Boateng playing as the withdrawn centre forward and Robinho out on the right-hand side. El Shaarawy on the left. They are certainly ready to counter-attack as soon as Milan win the ball back.
It's a Milan ball.
Marchisio saying it was already over the line when it touched him. It's not going their way.
Edgy stuff from Barzagli, rescued by Bonucci. Pirlo heading it straight at Boateng. Montolivo wins it back. Robinho. In this kind of area, Milan have so much space to work. And El Shaarawy's hurt himself there. Barzagli just stood firm. El Shaarawy needs some treatment.
I think he slipped here, El Shaarawy. His foot goes from under him. There it goes. And Barzagli actually stands on his ankle. I think it's unfortunate. I said he slipped over El Shaarawy, but a free kick's been given. A dangerous situation. Montolivo's got a good right foot on him. Likes to bend shots into this near post. Robinho's been ushered away.
So Bonucci takes his place in the wall. Now Montolivo departs the scene. They've got the wall in one place, and it looks as though it's going to be teed up by Robinho for Montolivo to strike at a completely different angle now.
Well, really, that's a poor effort from Robinho. He played the ball almost back to Montolivo, couldn't get a run at it.
Then as he drove it in, it hit his teammate Nocerino. Apart from that, it was a well-worked free kick. Here's Montolivo. Boateng. And Robinho's dragged that out of play himself. And his goal, the difference between the two teams at the moment. Juve have only lost one of their last 6 visits to Milan at the Giuseppe Meazza. Ronaldinho scoring twice in a 3-0 Milan win. other than that, Juve have got a good recent record against the Rossoneri. And some very significant games, of course, along the way as well. Isla. This is better from Juve. Vucinic. Yepes deflecting the cross. Montolivo again with a real captain's performance tonight. Good clearance by him. Juve trying to up the tempo. Two Chileans link up well, and Isla's cross is dreadful.
It was too easy to get the ball into him. Just a throw in, 2v1 against the fullback, played down the side. And I hate to say, once again, Isla doesn't do well with his cross.
I think it was the lack of covering that prompted that little disagreement between Yepes and Amelia in the 6-yard box after the ball had gone out of play for a goal kick. Juventus free kick. Here's Pirlo, twice a Serie A, twice a Champions League winner in his time with Milan. Looks as though Bonucci might have overrun that. Still he goes. De Jong couldn't make the initial interception, but has come back and covered and dispossessed Vucinic. And then played an excellent pass for Robinho. Robinho spears it through for El Shaarawy. Good challenge from Bonucci.
Yeah, it was Bonucci that started all the problem. Started to run out with the ball into midfield. I talked earlier about coming into space. That time he ran into trouble, lost the ball to De Jong. Suddenly Juventus could have been counter-attacked, but he got back and got the challenge in eventually.
Isla, caught there by Constant, will stay down. Milan is perfectly at liberty to do, will play to the whistle. El Shaarawy, I think a good one for Barzagli to take there. Bonucci receives the yellow card for the initial infringement.
Too much space down the side. El Shaarawy running really well. Bonucci just sticks his leg out, tries to take it away, but El Shaarawy's already past him. Well, the last free kick wasn't particularly good, exactly the same position. Got to come up with something else here. Milan. What a time to score a second goal.
I think Bonucci might just have hurt himself in making that challenge, which has merited an 8th yellow card of the season.
He actually hurt himself in that challenge in midfield with De Jong. Collision, he was limping back for a while. And that's just made it worse, that challenge.
Montolivo and Robinho standing over it again. Montolivo takes sole responsibility this time.
Two centre-halves going in on the knockdown, had Buffon just allowed it to come away from him. Here is the strike, low and hard. Ooh, they're just squeezed out at one point.
Juve with, what, 2/3 of the possession. Milan with the lead. And then sloppily given away by Vidal, and another opportunity in the final minute of the first half for Kevin Prince Boateng. Here's El Shaarawy. Robinho wanted the ball to be pulled back, and he went for Nocerino instead. Completely picked the wrong option there, Stefan El Shaarawy.
That stat told you everything. Juventus want to keep the ball. They're trying to play their way into the front areas. Milan are playing on the counter-attack. Every time Juventus give the ball away in midfield areas, they counter-attack really quickly. Now they've won it back off Barzagli.
Stumble at the most inopportune of moments. This is Nigel de Jong. Mexes. One additional minute. El Shaarawy. Nice turn to get the better of Caceres, and he'll continue his run forward. Played in by Boateng. And Bonucci was able to stop him. Corner to Milan.
Yeah, there's that poor pass from Vidal again. El Shaarawy goes on the overlapping run. Ball was just overhit really, so he can't get the shot in. And he finishes off with a poor cross, El Shaarawy.
De Sciglio's delivery. It was well attacked by Yepes, but with some pushing and shoving, Caceres ended up on the deck, and Juventus get a free kick, which they will barely be timed to take. Nicola Rizzoli signals the end of the first half. Juventus beaten by Milanese opposition to end a 49-game unbeaten run, and only 3 matches later